house proud.
Welcome back to Today. If you thought 2016 would bring relief for home renters, well, think again. In some cases, median house rental prices in Melbourne and Adelaide have joined Sydney and hit record highs. So says Domain.com.au's quarterly report. So how will this all affect you and your family? Well, it is very good morning to Domain Senior Economist Dr Andrew Wilson. Andrew, thank you for your time this morning.
How are you?
Let's start first with Brisbane. It's been flat for a couple of years. How's 2016 looking?
Well, look, a good start. Rents have remained where they are for 2 years, but unit rents are starting to rise in Brisbane. I think that's a short-term outcome because we do have, consistent with other capitals, a flood of new apartments coming into the rental market. So maybe some short-term relief coming for tenants for units in Brisbane, but certainly it's a better news story in Brisbane for tenants than in other capitals.
So a bit more affordable in Brisbane. How about Sydney?
Well, look, still tough times in Sydney. It is the highest rental capital city at that $530 a week. We've seen unit rents fall, though, in Sydney, so maybe, again, a sign of more apartments coming onto the market, more choice for tenants, so hopefully a sign of the times in the future that lower rents for units.
It's been up for a long time. What has happened to rental prices in Melbourne? As we just heard, they're hitting new highs.
Look, new record high in Melbourne, $400 a week. We're seeing vacancy rates falling in Melbourne, so still a tight market there. Again, similar to Sydney and Brisbane, more apartments coming onto the market, so maybe some relief for unit rentals there in the future.
And a similar story in Adelaide?
Similar in Adelaide, yes. A very tight rental market in Adelaide. The most affordable of all the mainland capitals. Its rents are well below the other capital cities, but tight vacancy rates, rents likely to continue to rise in Adelaide in the future.
If we head across to WA, of course, it's been a pretty dismal and bleak few years for owners, investors over there with the collapse of the mining boom. So what is the news then, or the upshot, I suppose, for renters there? Well,
look, much better story for renters in Perth. Rents are lower than they've been for 3 years in Perth, still falling, highest vacancy rates in the land. So really good news for tenants, but not very good news for investors, unfortunately.
Not at all. So if you were to summarise and give us an outlook for 2016, what would you say across the country?
Look, still very tight rental market for houses. Units is a different story. I think that those that are looking to rent a house maybe have to start considering units. And it has been said that we may become a country of tenants, but maybe we'll become a country of tenants that are renting units rather than houses.
Unit dwellers first.
Yes.
It's all very interesting information. We appreciate your insight this morning,
My pleasure.
Andrew.
Thank you.
David.